Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's Chair League match between Unlimited Breadsticks or Focus Morales or Good Game or GG. I am just getting the draft links all set out, and we should be good to go here in just a moment. Yeah, we've actually got a brand new drafting system. We have been using Top Drafter up until, I guess, today. But Super Jova has gone to great lengths to basically write an entirely new drafting system that's just part of the Chair League site itself. So really, really cool. Got to try it out earlier with a match that was a lot of fun to cast, actually. It was the match between the first and second place team in Division 1. We got to use the system and worked really well. It was really annoying. The Top Drafter system did not have Zarya, even though she's been out for 3-4 weeks. A lot of little problems with it. But this new system seems to really work well. Yeah, the interface is really nice. Seems like it's working well despite despite just being like finished up 10 minutes before the match this afternoon. It still worked really well, so really cool to see all that. So I'm just waiting on both teams to all ready up, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, so I casted that match earlier this evening. Then I had some dinner, came back, and so I had the invitation to cast this match, and more than happy to do it. Yeah, I'm really happy to cast matches that I'm invited to cast. I don't know, it makes me feel special, like I'm maybe doing a good job and people actually want me to cast them. So, plus now that I've had dinner and some margaritas, I'm very relaxed. So, hope to do a good job as a result. So it looks like Focus Morales or Good Game is ready, and then we're just waiting on Unlimited Breadsticks. Which reminded me, instead of Unlimited Breadsticks, I had Unlimited tortilla chips, and oh god, so much. It was good, but it was a lot. Mexican places, oh man, just so much food. It's good, but it's a lot. So assuming there aren't any glitches in the system, I believe we're just waiting on Unlimited Breadsticks to ready up. So here, I'm going to double check to make sure the draft has not begun already. Okay. Looks like no issues. Just wanted everyone to ready up, and we should be good to go. The map is going to be Infernal Shrines, which is a map not currently in the rotation. I think it's coming back tomorrow. I think all of the maps are coming back to the rotation tomorrow, except Haunted Mines, but no one wants that back. Of course, no one wants Garden of Terror back either, but I believe that is, that's coming back, which is unfortunate for some people. So, still waiting on Unlimited Breadsticks to ready up. Not sure what the delay is. Trying to make sure there aren't technical issues. Which is something you have to worry about always with a new system like this. Yeah, if something's new and untested, there can sometimes be issues that come up that you didn't necessarily foresee. Don't have enough experience to have encountered all of those and iron them out. This is something I know as an actual software developer, so it's my day job, so to speak. Okay, it looks like Unlimited Breadsticks has readied up, so we are good to go. It looks like Super Jova actually fixed it. I think the time display on the blue team was bugged before, but it's looking like it's all working now, so that's really cool to see. So this is one of those maps where we might not see the typical Malfurion Zarya ban right out of the gate. Might see some bans that are more specific towards this map, but of course, as soon as I say that, it is Zarya and Malfurion banned out, so never mind. There's a chance we might not see those banned, but apparently that still was the case anyway. Now, I thought we might see bans more along the lines of Azul, Sylvanas. I almost said Morales, but no, Sylvanas. Yeah, this is a map where specialists can be especially strong. Kerrigan as well. This is a very good map for Kerrigan. So, Unlimited Breadsticks with the first pick. And it will be Falstad. Interesting. Not a... Wouldn't expect Falstad first here necessarily. This is a large map, so you do get some value out of his global. But I think there's other heroes that are definitely a little bit stronger than him. So, Falstad picked up by Unlimited Breadsticks. So, I might see like a Sylvanas or a Azul picked up here by Focus Morales or GG. And it will be Sylvanas. And they still have one more pick, so possibly Zul as well. You don't see double specialists a lot, but it can definitely work on a map like this. If you're able to actually secure the Punisher with Sylvanas, the way you get that a lot is by being ahead in experience and winning a team fight, and Zul can absolutely help you do that. But instead it will be Muradin picked up by Focus Morales or GG. And so far they have a comp that actually can focus Morales, should she be picked up. Yeah, Sylvanas can Wailing Arrow to disable her, and then Muradin, one of the best at diving her and harassing her. So it will be Johanna picked up for Unlimited Breadsticks. I really like the Johanna pickup. She's kind of the wave clear tank. So she's very good on the shrines themselves. And she's also good at soaking the lanes for XP. And one of the ways you stop a Sylvanas from getting going and just snowballing the game to victory for her team is just always never let the other team get ahead. And of course, one of the best ways to do that is to have great wave clear and soak the lanes. And Johanna very good at that. So, Ariel picked up as well. Ariel, a manaless support, a manaless healer. So, as long as her team is always doing damage, she can sustain very well around the shrines. Of course, her team needs mana. Her team needs to be able to keep doing damage, which is definitely part of the trick with an Ariel team. And so far, Falsa and Johanna, very mana-heavy characters, so probably need to see something else picked up to support Ariel. Maybe a Lunar, maybe a Cho'Gall even? So Kerrigan will be banned out by Focus Morales. And Zul is still on the table. I would maybe like to see a Zul ban here from Unlimited Breadsticks. Unlimited Breadsticks who are clearly fans of the Olive Garden. But now it's actually going to be Leoric banned out. Not sure I understand that ban. Leoric can sustain very well against tanks. You know, assuming he has some high HP tank to use his Drain Hope on, he can really be a pain. I mean, he can sustain for a long time, and even if you kill him, he's going to come right back. But Johanna, not the highest HP of tanks. They might be planning on Cho'Gall, which may be why they banned out the Leoric. So, 2 more picks here for Focus Morales. And it will be Rhaegar. So, basically their chances to deny Cho'Gall are now gone. They would have had to pick him up right there if they wanted him. But Rhaegar Moradin is very strong. But it will be Tychus. So maybe they're anticipating something of a Cho'Gall pickup. They realized they couldn't really stop it, so they just pick one of the counters to it, which is Tychus. I'm kind of curious if Unlimited Breadsticks does go Cho'Gall, is that coded into the draft system right now? I'm not so sure. It's one of those tricky kinds of scenarios that one might not anticipate. So Unlimited Breadsticks going into their time pool a little bit. That's where I think they just went from 60 to 50. Huh. Oh, and it will be Cho'Gall. So, okay. Hey, it looks like the draft system accounted for that perfectly. So it will be Cho'Gariel. Gonna be very interested to see how that works out. So, who does Focus Morales pick up to additionally counter that? They already have Tychus. They could maybe go Karzim, maybe? I mean, they already have a support. They have their DPS. They have a Bruiser. They have their tank. They're really free to pretty much do anything they want here to try and counter Unlimited Breadsticks. It will be Thrall, okay. So Thrall will round out the draft here for Focus Morales or GG. I guess in this case they're going to want to focus Cho'Gall or GG. But yeah, very interesting draft. I think Focus Morales, I think they already have Tychus, so I think that's going to be a very good answer to Cho'Gall. But Unlimited Breadsticks, I think if they can really get going into the late game, I think they're going to be very strong. They have Falstad, who can very easily soak the lanes and keep them at least in close in terms of XP. So one of the problems with a Cho'Gall team, especially with a Cho'Gariel team, you just don't have the bodies to be able to put in the lanes. So you really need people who can effectively get to the lanes and soak them. And I think with Falstad and Johanna, they absolutely have that. So Falstad can definitely soul a lane. He can definitely fly off and soak a lane very quickly. Johanna can absolutely hold a lane on her own. And then that leaves Cho'Gall and Cho'Gariel to basically 3-man lane and be very, really sustain in that very well. So I think we're ready to go. Someone's talking about some kind of delay, but I think we're all good. Okay. Be told people were trolling, so whatever. I think we're all good. But it's very interesting. Let's go back here to the draft a little bit. Did I hit the right key? I hit the right key. Yeah. So Falstad, so Sylvanas is like a very early game hero. She's someone who if she's able to get a lead, can absolutely snowball to victory. Whereas Cho'Gall is a very late game hero. Cho'Gall and Ariel specifically. So by the time they hit their power spike, it may already be too late. You know, Sylvanas and Focus Morales or GG may have already just kind of snowballed to victory at that point, in which case it might be a little too difficult to recover. We'll see. It's definitely going to be interesting. Once Cho'Gariel hits 16, where Ariel gets a Reservoir of Hope, and basically she just increases her mana pool just dramatically. Very difficult to stop at that point. Yeah, it's really a gigantic power spike, but the game has begun. And for the side of Unlimited Breadsticks, it is going to be Keystone on Falstad, Lunchbox on Johanna, Kid on Cho, Mario 22 on Ariel, and Fibula Gibbet on Gaul. And then on the side of Focus Morales or GG, it will be Fire Team on Rhaegar, Asa on Muradin, Baked Pie on Thrall, Brandon on Tychus, and Lear 2001 on Sylvanas. So this might be a little bit difficult for Focus Morales or GG, as there is no Morales to focus. There is Ariel, but they do have Crystal Aegis, presumably, to get rid of out of any hardcore focus. So I would expect Syrian Light out of Ariel at level 1. So this is actually very good, because Flubijivit is playing Cho'Gall. It's gonna make their name a lot easier to say. Kid Ibit, that's a lot easier to say than anything else. So it's looking like maybe a bit of a party in the middle. I actually don't like this pick of the quest at level 1 for Ariel. So if she takes Syrian Light, that's going to allow her AoE healing to do damage as well. And if you're really powering up that heal, thanks to Cho'Gall and Reservoir of Hope at 16, it means you can do an absolute ton of damage to anyone who's trying to actually attack Cho'Gall. And also the Shrine Minions. So, I love Breadsticks not sniffing out the Sylvanas cheese in time. I believe this first tower has gone down. But they are rotated up here. Looks like Thrall might be in some trouble. Yeah, the Taman Strike against the wall. And Thrall is going to go down. And not sure if Falstad used Fly there, so... Okay, he did not, so he is going to be able to fly towards the bottom lane. So, Focus Morales, they were able to get this top tower, but... they did lose Thrall in the process, so I'm not sure if it was totally worth it. You know, when it comes to towers and forts, and this isn't something I hear people talk about a lot, but those are kinds of static XP. It's XP you can only get once. Yeah, it's kind of like, on the maps, like you have like a bank of XP from all the forts and structures, and once you kind of tap into that, there's really no going back to it. It's kind of like a one-time little XP spike. Whereas killing heroes and minions, you knew that infinitely. So we do see a 4-man mid here from both teams. We saw Falstad come up to try and deal with the pressure. Of course, that means that bottom is being left open for Soak, but of course it's being left open for both teams. See a 4-man rotation from Focus Morales down here to not only get the Soak down here, but also attack these structures, which is going to put them really behind when it comes to the shrine. It's only poor Falstad down here to deal with it. Of course, he did take a Gathering Storm, so he's going to power up his hammering just by chucking it into those groups of 4 there. But he's going to be able to clear this very quickly, and then rotate possibly mid, because the Sylvanas team choosing to forego the shrine, which is a little bit surprising to me. Cho'Gall is not a great early game hero, so this is kind of the window for a Sylvanas team to really get the Punisher, really do some damage with it. Instead, they're settling to just really get these front walls, which I don't think they have to settle for. But as expected, the first Punisher picked up by Unlimited Breadsticks. Hey, this whole wall is going down without this Punisher really taking any damage. So we could maybe see this fort go down, which is kind of the opposite of what you would expect. You would expect the Sylvanas team to be the one just erasing forts with a 3-minute Punisher. But instead, it's actually the opposite. Is the Cho'Gall team, which I gotta say, it does not bode well for Focus Morales, the Sylvanas team. But we shall see. So, Cho'Gall, with his gigantic health pool and a little bit of help from Ariel, is going to be able to get out of there. And Falstad and Johanna able to finish off the Sylvanas, which was trying to push mid. Alone. So we see unlimited breadsticks. They come down to get the wave soak here. No one mid. When there is a nice juicy wave there, no one top either. So may fall a little bit behind here on XP. Meanwhile, both teams choosing to go ahead and pick up their siege camp. Kidibit on Cho'Gall is going to easily pick that up solo. Whereas it looks like it was Muradin and Rhaegar on their own siege camp. Looks like a bit of a fight on the bottom siege camp. Now, there are 5 down here for unlimited breadsticks, so Focus Morales is going to have to be careful. Only 4 bodies, but of course Cho'Gall counts as 2. And given the numbers advantage, they were able to pick up the bottom siege camp. So Falstad choosing to go top and get the soak up there. Fully taking advantage of the global ability of Falstad. And fortunately for him, the shrine is about to spawn right below him. Meanwhile, Sylvanas being left alone to push the waves in a little bit on the bottom. So the metal shrine has activated, and given that there is no more front walls to attack, I wonder if Focus Morales is going to try and contest the shrine a little harder than last time. So Cho'Gall being focused very hard by Tychus, really getting chunked down to about half health. And Tychus, I think, is definitely going to be a problem for this team. Ariel can do very can put out a lot of healing for her team, but it's all area healing. It's not single target healing, so if one target really gets chunked down, I think Ariel can have a really tough time getting them back up. But it's actually Murray who's in a lot of trouble. Able to Dwarf Toss out of there. And thanks to Third Wind, he is going to, assuming he doesn't die right here to Cho'Gall, able to get out of there, and thanks to his trait, going to get all healed up. But fortunately for Tychus, he does not have Third Wind. He does not have a healing trait, and he is going to fall. So we see Falstad choosing to fly up top and stop this Bruiser camp, which is, until then, had been pushing freely. He's going to be able to save the top fort. And it was a 4-on-4 here, but thanks to more of the shrine minions being picked up by unlimited breadsticks, they were able to secure that shrine, despite it being a 4-on-4. So Punisher leaps on a bird and no follow-up. But level 10 has been a reacher for both teams. The Twisted Nether and the, oh god, whatever it is, the Q, I think, on Cho'Gall, able to finish off the Thrall. Yeah, so we saw Twisted Nether and Hammer of Justice picked up. Or Hammer of Twilight, not Hammer of Justice. Thinking of Uther. But Hammer of Twilight picked up for Cho'Gall. So that's going to give them a little bit more CC. A little bit more auto attack damage. Stormbolt going off on Johanna. I did not think that was going to accomplish a lot, but Johanna absolutely being erased. Believe her Iron Skin may not have been up. So looking like Ariel maybe thinking about getting the siege camp. No, I would not expect her to pick that up solo. Would be a little bit dangerous for her, but He's choosing to come help Cho'Gall with the Bruiser camp. And then Falstad doing Falstad things, flying up to the top lane, going to get the XP from the top. Yeah, it's looking like a big push is going to come on the bottom lane. There's going to be nothing that Unlimited Breadsticks can do to save the fort. But Crystal Aegis comes out on Ariel, who may have stepped up a little bit. And Rhaegar is going to fall. And Tychus and Thrall also in some trouble. Thrall ends up falling. The chase is on for Tychus. He is not going to get away. He falls. And Focus Morales, like, they got the fort, but at what cost? They gave up 4 of their heroes to get that. They actually find themselves behind on XP, despite being even on forts. They're down by a solid level, and they're also going to lose their siege camp. So, maybe a little bit aggressive on their part. We are going to see Falstad and Ariel also pick up the bottom siege camp, so both these bottom, I guess, non-neutral siege camps are going to go over to Unlimited Breadsticks. Who, every time I say that, it's just making me hungry. No, not really. I just had dinner, so I'm fine. But the next siege camp, not siege camp, shrine coming in on the bottom. And Focus Morales, they're deciding to all contest this. They're all healthy as a result of being dead and respawning with full health and mana, but they're not on an even talent tier. They haven't picked up level 13 yet, so contesting this shrine would be a little bit risky. So instead we choose to see them split off and I assume do some soaking. It looks like they were thinking about maybe attacking that middle fort, but that would be dangerous with the entire enemy team just below them. But we are going to see another Punisher go over to the side of Unlimited Breadsticks.
Blue team has summoned a frozen Punisher.
So this Punisher is going to get this bottom fort pretty much for free. Punisher goes in on Muradin once again. Not much follow-up from Unlimited Breadsticks, but probably wasting your time on Muradin. He has all kinds of escapes, all kinds of health. Very difficult hero to take down. Even with the Punisher jumping on him. The Gust goes on Muradin against the wall, but he's just going to Dwarf Toss right out of there. Dwarf Toss, such a great escape tool. Once again, the Punisher jumps on Muradin. Muradin really doing his job and taking those hits for his team. So it looks like this Punisher is going to go down. Before this keep goes down, Cho'Gall gets the Spirit Wolf, gets the Sundering, but don't really believe he's in any real danger. It says Rohirrim is forced to be used, which I mean, I don't know. Their team was kind of on their retreat, maybe thinking about chasing, but so Ariel in a bit of trouble, being the one in the back, trying to retreat, which is not what you want. You usually want the tank to be behind, leading the disengage. Yeah, we did see Johanna get behind her, doing her job as a tank and peeling for her support. And so far, Unlimited Breadsticks in a very good position right now. I mean, they have the superior late game heroes, and they already have a sizable advantage, so we're kind of approaching the late game, and they haven't even hit their power spike yet, so they've really got to feel good. So this is a 4-on-5 here in the middle. Focus Morales is maybe thinking about taking the fort, but wisely chooses to back off. Now it looks like they are going to go ahead and pick up their own siege camp. And the neutral one is available, but I think they've got to be very careful about contesting it. They do know Falstad just left, so probably doesn't have his Z to come down and contest this. But nevertheless, it is always scary for a Cho'Gall team. And it looks like they are going to manage to secure the camp, but At what cost? Murden, Dwarf Toss has been used, forced to use Avatar just to survive. He is surrounded by 4 of the opposing team. Falstad flies in, finally has Flight on cooldown. Gusts everyone into the wall. But Ariel ends up falling. And so far this drill from Tychus is absolutely doing work. Falstad in a lot of trouble. The Blessed Shield able to secure the kill. So far this is exactly what Focus Morales needed. They got a couple kills, which is nearly putting them on even terms in terms of talent tiers. They've almost hit 16. But more importantly, they're probably going to get a Punisher here on a Sylvanas team, which means they're going to absolutely do some work with it. Sylvanas is just so important on a map like this. She just enables pushes so hard. Yeah, whereas normally you might get a wall or maybe a fort. With Sylvanas, you can easily get a fort, keep wall, maybe even a keep. Especially this late in the game when the Punishers are so strong. Alright, and the first Punisher of the game is going for Focus Morales. I think we are absolutely going to see a 5-man push with it. And not surprisingly, we did see a Reservoir of Hope picked up for Ariel, so... Assuming Cho'Gall is able to build her a lot of energy, which I would expect considering she took Empathic Link, her healing is going to really, really get strong as the game progresses. But it's actually Johanna who ends up falling. All the healing from Ariel, not able to keep Johanna up. But Dwarf Toss in from Murden. Avatar is popped. This keep is probably going to go down. Actually, it's not. Everyone on the side of Focus Morales getting awfully low. Cho'Gall goes in. If he can get a pick, I mean, they could really turn this around. Murden, awfully low, but his trait is going to proc, so he is going to be all healed up in no time. The Ancestral comes out on Rhaegar. And just like that, everyone back up to being fairly healthy on the side of Focus Morales, so... The chase from Cho'Gall, unable to secure any kills. And also unable to save the keep. So this is a lane that we saw a full keep wall, and a fort. And thanks to the pushing power of Sylvanas, really did a lot to push that in. So we just saw the Bruiser camp picked up by Focus Morales, which is going to be fairly easily dealt with by Ariel, I assume. And meanwhile, Focus Morales also picking up their own siege camp. So this is a point where Unlimited Breadsticks, they have to be really careful. They've had the momentum all this time, and now we've seen a bit of a shift in that momentum. If they're not mentally resilient, it could really get into their heads that they had such an advantage and then lost the fight, which could lead to them losing future fights, which is absolutely not what they want. So really got to be careful. Really got to keep their composure. And they really got to be focused on winning the next Punisher. Because for the first time, they're at a structure disadvantage. They don't have the middle keep. Whereas Focus Morales, they have all 3 of their keeps. But so far, a slight XP lead for Unlimited Breadsticks. Neither team all that close to 20, so I think both teams are going to fight here at the soonest opportunity. And I don't know if the winner of the next fight is going to ultimately win the game, but I think we're awfully close to that point. But here we go. The engage from Murden. He just popped my Morales. But the Twisted Nether from Cho'Gall is so far going to result in 3 dead. Sylvanas is going to fall. Murden in a lot of trouble. I think he believes he's used the Dwarf Toss. He is going to fall. That is a 5-man wipe. This could easily be game. And look at how healthy everyone is on the side of Unlimited Breadsticks. Almost no resources used by them. And with such a decisive team win, I believe that is going to be game. By the time this keep goes down, it's going to be a good 25 seconds before even Rhaegar is in. That is going to be game. So all it took was that one fight, with just one late game fight with Cho'Gall being all super powered up. That's really all it took. Oops, let's see here. Let's try hitting this button again. Once my computer isn't all lagging out. There we go. So, I mean, really, early game, I don't know what Focus Morales was. I don't know. I felt like they could have had a stronger early game, especially with Sylvanas on their team, especially with Cho'Gall being so weak early in the game. I feel like they had more of a comp advantage early in the game. I think they could have pushed that a little harder. Yeah, it's like they finally got going at the late when they won that one fight, when they were able to take a fort and a keep. But by that point in the game, Cho'Gall is just so strong that it's very difficult to win consistent fights against them. Once Ariel gets to about like 10 stacks, it's like her healing output is doubled. It's something crazy. I actually did the math. I think it's like when you get to like 20 stacks or something. It's like you're gonna ancestral healing the team every 4 seconds or so, like on everyone. Assuming you have enough energy, and Cho'Gall is very, very good at building that much energy. Thanks to Empathic Link at 7. So anytime Cho'Gall takes damage, he's building Ariel energy. And then anytime Gall is dealing damage, or Cho is dealing damage, he's also giving her energy. So it's a very, very strong combination. But yeah, it was I mean, even though they were able to get going a little bit late, by then Cho'Gall had powered up so much healing, so much damage, so much sustain, that it was very difficult to win a fight against them. And honestly, thanks to the Twisted Nether, which you don't see a lot, just premise on a burst from Cho'Gall, they were just able to just delete 3 very, very early in that fight. Rhaegar was just erased very, very quickly from the beginning. And then we were able to see them finish off the other 2 members, Murden unable to escape, and able to go core at that point. So, yeah, I just really think you saw a very, very strong combination from those 2. Anyway, congratulations to Unlimited Breadsticks. They will move up in the standings there in Division 2. And that is going to do it for me for tonight. If you guys would like to see some more casts of me, please do subscribe. I'm going to be casting some more tomorrow, so very much looking forward to that. Until then, you guys all have a good night. Thank you.